Hey fellow Vault Wearers, it's Angry Turtle and today we have a guide how to get rich, how to collect caps. And yes, it's a cap stash method because it is the most powerful method and unlimited method. On average it will yield 6,000 caps per hour. What you want to spend them on? Up to you. Let me know what you need. It's actually a very interesting topic, what to spend caps on in Fallout 76, so I would like to listen what you have to say. Now, how you start this method. Cap Collector is of course essential perk as it doubles amount of caps, max out, under luck, need to be equipped. Additionally, optional Curator as you can use caps bobblehead. It will not double your yield, but it will increase it by approximately 20%, so that's helpful. Then I do strongly recommend to run goat legs if you are not using power armor and use a jetpack as there is a lot of climbing. So goat legs very helpful, and fortune finder at least early on. After you will learn every single spot for caps, you can probably do it without it, but early on the audio cue is very helpful. As I do have plenty of bobblehead caps as I'm buying those from player vendors, I will be using it, so that's how it looks like. Bobblehead caps, better cap stashes. So at first I was thinking that will be like doubling the yield. It is not. Better cap stashes means sometimes there is higher grade cap stash, so about 20% better yield. So let's start. We are going to Nuka World on tour first. And we are starting from fast travel spawn point. We are running straight and we are going to Nuka Quantum Boot. And yes, I listened to your suggestions from the past. I will not be cutting out any parts of the run, so you know exactly where to go. And we are starting from exactly 30k caps, so it will be... Oh, someone has a camp here. I was like, what this structure? So it will be easy to calculate how much I earn from this run. And yeah, in the past I did a similar guide, but less cap stashes, and I cut some parts to make videos shorter. It was a mistake. I know you want to see exactly where are all those cap stashes and how to run into them. And yes, I will be using a jetpack. Even though the cap run can be done without the jetpack definitely make it faster. So I do strongly recommend, if you can have a jetpack, to use it. So far, we have all the cap stashes that can spawn, which is good. And you should know, you are not competing with others. If you are doing this cap farming method, the more people is doing it, the better. As cap stashes are not guaranteed to spawn, so if any will be missing, I will just show you the spot it's supposed to be in, and you will know it can be there. So there should be a next one, and 4 out of 4 so far, so we are doing great and not the bad yield. Now we are moving to Poseidon energy plant. And yes, it takes a while to learn the entire path, but after you learn it, you will be really efficient with farming it. At first, maybe you will be lost a little bit, maybe you will need to pause this video and look around, but after a moment, you should be doing really well with those cap stashes. And I recommend the first person view, because this way you will be able to locate those caps easier. Like, they quite often hidden under something, next to something, so that can be helpful. And I'm showing you my preferred path, so your personal path can be slightly different. Feel free to run different way after you learn it. It's all good. As long as you get to all those cap stashes, it's all good. You can get to all those places without a jetpack, as I said, but it will be slower. And look at that, so far, every spawn point has a cap stash. So that's good. This server must be quite old. The older the server, the better. That's exception. Usually you want fresh server, nice and fresh, not for this method. For this method, you really want nice and old server. Look at that. And credit what credit is due. A lot of those cap stashes people from the chat helped me find when I was live streaming. So I was struggling with some, like this, for example. I tend to be missing it. Now I have it. So that's another one. And lastly, a little bit lower, there is one. 251. Okay, that's a big, juicy one. That's the one you want the most. And now we are jumping down. That's why I said gold legs. There is a lot of jumping. There is a lot of going up and down. And here, if the power plant will be fixed, there is some additional problem as... Oh, I need to jump up there. Those pipes tend to block me sometimes. If the power plant will be fixed, there will be a lot of steam. Oh, 100. That's not bad. A lot of steam going on, and when there is a lot of steam, it's doing damage. The cooling steam in those cooling towers does damage to you when you are inside, so you probably should have some steam packs with you if power plant will be fixed. If not, then fine, then you are good. But if it's fixed, then that can be causing a problem. Okay, and I ran the wrong way a little bit. I need to get on other side. Need to get on other side around the first cap stash. You can hear already the other one, but first one is in here normally. Okay, so this one didn't spawn. So we are missing one cap stash. The other one is up there. So we get up there now. Let me fly there. And that's a mistake. Don't do that. Running back up. I will not cut it. I will keep this mistake. You know that you need to practice this climbing to get those shortcuts. So maybe just better off run a regular path. Probably, like, I'm struggling with climbing sometimes. And here inside... we have a cap stash on top of a safe. And this is the last at Poseidon. So just a quick return. We are still in the cooling tower, just on the bottom. So this cap stash that I was showing you missing, that's supposed to be over there, is in here. Someone knocked it down. And to find it, I was just crawling in water. So it is possible that explosions can knock down the cap stash from the spot it's supposed to be in. So that's one of this scenario, and I only find it thanks to the audio cue from the perk. So we have 0 missing cap stashes so far, every single one spawned. So now we are moving to Morgantown train yard and running straight from the spawn point around this structure, avoiding unnecessary obstacles, and there is one cap stash in here where it's supposed to be. We grab it and we run back. We run back for another cap stash. Another cap stash will be with some traps around it, but depend on your level. If you have fireproof, you probably can ignore those explosions and you will be absolutely fine. We need to run up there. The shed with the fusion generator. If you need the fusion core, you can grab it from in it. And you can already hear it. It's in here. Someone was here before, as there is no armed traps. And there is no loose caps either. Sometimes there are loose caps in here that you can pick up as a bonus. Now we are moving into the beef place. The beef place. So this direction, that's the ice tattoo parlor. We don't need to get inside, but that's the beef place. And on top of it, it's another cap stash. We have some events going on around. That's not our interest on this run. We are going there. There should be a teddy bear guarding a cap stash. And there it is, the panda with a cap stash. And from here, we are moving to the empty bus. I mean, abandoned bus. Inside the bus, there is another cap stash. We can hear it already. So far, it's great. All the cap stashes spawn only 20 caps. So that's the lowest possible. That's the worst of all cap stashes. They don't go lower. 20 caps is the lowest possible. Now we have another cap stash inside the tent and it's spawned. Now we are climbing. That's why jetpack is so handy. Without jetpack you can climb over there too. It will take you more time. So we need to climb on this other building, the tallest one. There is a staircase, so it is possible to climb there without a jetpack, but it will just take so much more time. Additionally, there is a stealth boy spawn point if you need it. And now, from in here, one of the reasons gold legs will be needed, we are jumping on this roof. So that's one big fly to this roof. It should be a cap stash. Will take some damage even with goat legs, but I'm not dying. That's a little bit of damage. 120, okay, that's quite good. Now we are flying over on this roof. We'll get some ammo on the way because why not? And next cap stash is in here, next to the skeleton. Now from this spot we'll need to fly in this direction. There, I cannot see it from here yet, but there is a donut place. Oh, now, that's the donut place. Behind the donut, a little bit further, there is another cap stash. Behind this glass roof. There it is. You can see it. That's another cap stash. And mentats next to it. Now we are turning over and we don't necessarily need to fly all the way. We run back on the street as we only need to jump behind this Nuka-Cola poster. I like this server, it's so old that I have perfectly all the cap stashes. Okay, the next one will be flying a little bit. We stay high because we need to get there. There is a teddy bear chef guarding another cap stash. There it is. Another cap stash. Small one, but that's okay. And now we are going to the streets for the last cap stash of the Morgantown. You can of course fight all those ghouls and other enemies. I choose not to, as I'm only for the cap stashes and want to save time. So that's the last one in this area, and now we'll be fast traveling again. But we are choosing a free fast travel, as to don't spend as many caps. We are fast traveling to Whitespring Resort on the outside. From the fast travel spawn point, we are turning left. We are using this passage through the building, back to the right, and we'll be jumping on a little roof above entrance to Enclave Bunker. There is Enclave Bunker, but we are not going inside. We are jumping on the top. Big jump. And here you go. A very little cap stash. Continue on. We are going into the bunker. Not the Enclave Bunker, the little bunker. Guarding entrance to Whitespring Resort. Over here, this little bunker. Like I don't know if that's a bunker. The guard, something. In the bin, another cap stash. And now you could run back to Blackwater Mine or fast travel. I have really short loading time, so I spent 4 caps to fast travel. And here we have 2 additional cap stashes. We are running into the Blackwater Mine area. First one is straight next to this dumpster. Small again. And one more next to this barrel. So we have next to this barrel 28 caps. And when I'm here, I like to check for the bobblehead on top. No bobblehead. And lastly, important part now, I have survival tent here, but generally you need to go to Summersville. I will go to Summersville to see where exactly I go. One more cap stash and loot list reset if you want to repeat it. And here from the fast travel spawn point, you see this house. It's house with books and some Miluks. Why is it so important? Just because if you want to reset your loot list, you need to pick up 255 loose items. And it's really hard to judge if you have 255 or not, so books are very helpful. And here's supposed to be cap stash. So we have 1 cap stash that didn't spawn. Look how many books. So what I do, I just pick up all those books. You can do it very fast. I will not be doing all 255 now, because that's pointless for you. But generally, Then I can go under the junk tab, and it's easy to count as there are only 2 types of books. After this counter go to 255 in total, burned books and burned textbooks, you know that you pick up enough to reset your personal loot list. What you do after that, you go back to main menu, you join a new server, and you can repeat entire cap stash run. Look what I earned. That's after the cost of fast travel, so 1629. That's a little bit over average. On average, you will earn a little bit over 1k caps, and it will take, when you do it smoothly, around 10 minutes to run all those cap stashes. Look, books on the stairs, books on the outside, on the tables. The mine looks rather easy to find. Just the cap stash didn't spawn. Of course, it doesn't need to be this space. You can go and loot absolutely any area. You just need to pick up 255 loose items. And then, only up to you what you'll be doing with all those caps that you earn from those runs. And when you learn it well, like you see me here with a little bit of confusion around one cap stash that was knocked out from its original spot, it was quite smooth. So after you learn it, it is a smooth run, lots of caps. And that being said, if you have any questions, please go into the comments section and I will do my best to help you out. But this is the guide for caps earning, unlimited caps earning. So thank you a lot for watching and see you all in the next one.